my name's Katie. Whether this is your first time looking at my YouTube channel or you are returning to practice, then welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Today's flow is going to be focusing around arm strength, shoulder strength and core strength. So nice warm practice for you. If at any point anything is feeling uncomfortable or you just need a pause, then by all means come out of the practice, take a pause me, just take a moment just to recollect yourself and then come back to it. So this can really be incorporated into a flow, whether you want to practice a warm-up and sun salutations first, or whether you just want to do this video on its own. Either is absolutely fine. For one of the core strengthening exercises, if you've got a brick, grab yourself a yoga brick. Otherwise, just anything to hand, really. It could be a water bottle, a tin of beans, anything like that that you have about, okay? So we're going to start off in tabletop position, bringing yourself onto all fours. And with this, we want the shoulders stacked above the wrists, the hips above the knees, and create a foundation by spreading the fingers nice and wide. Okay, so from here, we're going to tuck the toes under, push down into the hands so you start to lift up through the shoulders, and just lift the knees up, hover them above the floor. Then you're going to take the toes to the back of the mat, so you're in a high plank, and then bring them back forward underneath you, hovering the knees still on the toes. So taking them back, bring them in, hover the knees, taking it back, bringing them in. We'll do that once more, lengthening, hover the knees, taking it back, and then lowering down. So we'll start with knees down, lower halfway, keeping your elbows in, and then from here, push into your hands, lengthen the arms coming into upward facing dog. Tucking the toes, downward facing dog. So take a moment here in your downward dog by checking the fingers are still spread wide, your feet are roughly hip distance apart, and let's just pedal the heels up and down. So keeping that flow of breath in and out through the nose if possible. Just a couple more here. Good, and now we're going to shift our weight back forward, taking the shoulders over the wrists, and bring the right knee over to the outside of the right elbow. A little bit of a twist with this as well. And then coming back into a three-legged dog, extend the leg, bringing it over to the left elbow, taking it back, three-legged dog, and then return the foot down. Good, take a breath in, lift the lift the leg, exhale, bring it over to the outside of the left elbow this time. Taking it back, three-legged dog, over to the outside of the right elbow. And then all the way back, three-legged dog, and return. Good, shift your weight back forward, shoulders over the wrists. We're going to lower down, either taking the knees or to the floor or chaturanga. So lowering halfway down and then lengthening through the arms, lifting up, back into downward facing dog. Good, taking a breath here and out. Good, come down onto the knees so you're back into tabletop position. And from here, we're going to come into side plank. Now, it's up to you whether you do supported side plank or full version, okay? I'm going to show you both. So bringing the weight into the left hand, we're going to keep the left knee grounded and then extend the right leg to the back of the mat. Now, from here, the right arm's going to go up towards the ceiling. So here is supported side plank, okay? Good for building wrist strength and arm and shoulder strength. If you wish, however, go straight into full plank, full side plank, lengthening the legs. You can stack the feet on top of one another or bring them one in front, okay? Looking up towards the right hand and breathing here. Keep the hips lifted. return back round into a full plank. And then we'll lower down either knees or halfway. Inhaling up. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Good, take a moment to take a full in and out breath here. Shift your weight back forward into full plank. So again, you can modify bringing the right knee down or taking full version, this time looking up towards the left hand. Still breathing. And release, bring yourself back round into a high plank. Lower down. Inhaling up. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Take a breath. And now bringing the gaze between your hands. We're going to step ourselves through and come down into a seated position. Let's take a moment just to lengthen the legs out in front. If the heart's racing, if you're a little out of breath or anything, this is a good time just to reconnect with the breath, ground yourself for a second, or a few seconds, and then folding towards the feet. So hands can be placed anywhere along the legs. And breathe in here, reconnecting with that breath. And find your way back up to a long spine. We're going to bend the knees and work through a series of boat variations to help get some core engagement. Okay, so coming just to offer the sit bones, lift the legs up, and then bring the hands out by the side. We want to keep the chest lifted, so avoiding that drop down through the lower back. This is good for the hip flexors. So lifting up here, and then we're going to lower into low boat, but hover the feet and the shoulders above the mat. So bringing the belly down towards the spine, and then all the way back up into high boat. So we'll do that, we've done that once, we're going to do that 4 more times, okay? Lower, hover, back up, 3, lower, and all the way back up, 2 more, 4, hovering, and back up, last one. Really pull that belly down towards the spine as you hover here, and then all the way back up, either coming to seated or we're going to vinyasa through, crossing over the legs, onto the hands, step or hop back into plank, lower yourself down, inhale up, lift through the heart, exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze between the hands, step yourself back through into seated position. Okay, now grabbing a hold of your block or water bottle, whatever it is that you've got to hand, you're going to come back up into your boat variation. So lifting the legs, and we're going to weave the brick between the legs. Okay, it probably sounds more complicated than what it is. So you're going to take it underneath the right leg, take a hold of it, and then bring the left leg up, take it under that. So you're weaving it underneath, and you can go as fast as you want with this one, but see if you can keep the chest lifted up. So hopefully you're feeling this through your abdominals. Oh, we should be pretty warm by now as well. Okay, so do that a few more times. Good, couple more. And then release, take the block down, take the legs back out in front of you, have a bend in the knees if you want to, and folding forward. Relax the head down. Usually we would gaze at the toes in this pose, but just to help the neck, we're going to look down. And then finding your way all the way back up. Good. Take the hands behind you, bringing the weight onto the hands, fingers spread wide. Couple of options for you. Reverse tabletop by bending the knees, and you can press into the hands and feet. Lift the hips up, lift the chest so you can breathe here, or keep the legs extended, big toes together. Inhale, press into the hands, lift the hips, gazing up. So still connecting with the breathing. One more. And lower all the way back down. And then come to lay onto your back. Reach the arms overhead. Take a full body stretch. Good. Bring the legs in towards you. Have a little rock from side to side. Feeling the lower back massaging down. Okay. Now taking the legs into eagle. Okay. Wrap the right leg around the left. Okay, it doesn't matter if the foot comes behind the calf, just wrapping the legs around one another. And then shift them away so you've roughly got knees over the hips, okay? Now we're going to take the arms out long, hover the hands above, and then lift ourselves up towards the legs. And lower. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale down. Two more of these. Inhale. And lower. Last one. Inhale. And release. Good. Unravel the legs. Take the left on top of the right this time. And again, just push them slightly away so you've got the knee approximately above the hips. Hover the hands. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale down. Good. Unravel the legs. Take them out long again. Reach the arms overhead. Interlace the fingers, push the palms away for a full body stretch. Good. Exhale, hug the legs in towards you. Have that little rock from side to side. Good. Now cross over the ankles. We're going to rock up either into seated or another vinyasa. Okay? Step in or hop on your way back into plank, lowering down. Inhaling up, exhaling through into downward facing dog. Look towards the knees or the belly, take a breath. And exhale, lower down onto tabletop, or into tabletop rather. Relax the toes and settle back for a child's pose. Reaching the arms wide in front, some more active. The knees can be together, or take them as wide as the mat. Whatever feels more comfortable for you, okay? That's part of your practice, is modifying, tuning into the body and seeing what's working for you right now, okay? It's not going to be the same every time, so just see if you can just become a little bit more aware about what you need. So forehead to the mat, taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Yeah, staying here for a couple of moments, feeling that length through the spine, and just slowing down the heart rate a little. After your next exhale, walk the hands back in towards you so you come into sit up on the heels of your feet. Okay. Now, it's entirely up to you now whether you proceed with another flow. Maybe you want to do a few more sun salutations or anything like that. Maybe you want to repeat this a couple of times if you're feeling super energetic. Otherwise, you can leave it here. You can come down lay on your mat and find Shavasana, find relaxation. Okay, so it's entirely up to you what you choose to do. I hope you enjoyed this quick power blast video. Hopefully you've got nice and warm and you felt some muscles that maybe you weren't aware of. Hopefully you're feeling good after this flow. If you did like it, then please like the video, subscribe to my channel. It really helps to support me. And leave any comments. Leave some comments whatever you're thinking, or if there's any videos that you would like to see, then let me know. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for joining me.